Like, I didn't say anything, I just smiled.
Okay. Yo, welcome to the first session of the Powers and Balance sessions. I'm here with my broski, Willard Kachere. What's good? I'll put his details below the link and you can check him out. He has a lot of dope content that he has. And despite the business and everything, he's like literally a good friend of mine. So that's just a brief introduction of him. But I have a few questions for you.
Shoot.
So, when you started, how did you know that you're going to do everything that you're doing at this moment in time? Did you know that when, let's say for instance, when you're in high school, did you know that I want to be in business, I want to touch people's lives, I want to do many different things, or you're just, at which point did you realize, after high school, before, when did you realize that you're different? If you get my question.
That was in junior school, grade 6. I remember this distinctly because it was just my little brother and I staying together, and then I had to take care of him.
Yeah.
Obviously, family circumstances.
Yeah.
Parents working in different cities.
Mm-hmm.
My dad gave me a contract line.
Okay.
You know, and through that contract line, they used, like a lot of people used to call and stuff like that, looking for my dad, and I had to make some decisions at a very young age.
Yeah.
You know, some decisions that even some of my dad's closest employees never got to make. You know, so I liked calling the shots, and from that point on, you know, him trusting me with that responsibility of having a contract line, you know, at such a young age, and being able to make decisions on his behalf.
Yeah.
You know, that trust is what really propelled me forward, and I realized I wouldn't want to work for anyone else and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just decided, you know what, whatever it takes, I'm gonna do what needs to be done. And yeah, fast forward toward high school. High school, I remember doing all these entrepreneurial things. People thought I was crazy, but I was still doing them. You don't want to know what, but yeah, fast forward, we're here now, and we're just trying to do what needs to be done.
100%.
You know, so that we live the life that we all talk about and stuff like that. So yeah.
Sure, I feel you. So, you know, us being from where we come from,
Yeah.
we value education very much, and even if our parents, you tell your parents, I want to do this,
Yeah.
that has to come after getting an education.
True.
So, how did you manage to get to a point where you make your parents see what you are trying to do, but as well maintain the aspect of what they want themselves, like the school part? So did you try and convince them and say, okay mom, I'm going to do the school stuff that you want me to do, or that you think is good for me, but my heart really is in this, and this is what I would like to do, but you're telling me that school is a safety net and I'll never go wrong with school, so I'll do that, but I also want to do this by myself. I want to do my business. I want to do everything. Was that a conversation you had, or you would just go to school and do your stuff by yourself without them knowing that you were doing that?
Well, when I was in high school, it wasn't a conversation we were about to have anyway.
Yeah.
But I was a sportsman in high school. I loved sports.
Yeah.
So if you deprive me of sport, then everything else would just sink down. Like, you know,
Everything else didn't make sense.
Like I wasn't going to do anything else. You know, if you take away rugby, if you take away athletics, if you take away swimming, cricket, I'm out. Like I'm not even trying to worry. You see, I used to be late for all classes, but I was never late for practice.
100%.
Like I used to attend every practice. I'd skip, you know. But at the end of the day, then coming to uni, you just stop and you think, what makes me happy? Because you see this roller coaster, you know, it's a cycle. Everyone gets into stuff that they think is going to set them up for the future, and then all these things start happening, and then they realize in no time they spend 20 years of their lives doing something they totally hate. You know, so yeah, for me, I just decided, you know, I'm going to do what I need to do, what makes me happy. So at first I thought, you know, since I love computers, you know, that's where I'm supposed to go down that route. Figured, I love computers. When I'm sitting at home trying to hack my girlfriend, fine.
True,
But not to sit in a 9-to-5 job. You know what I mean? So I had to then figure out what exactly is it that I'm actually going to do. And then I started trying out things. It's never perfect. You know, you trying out things that you've never done before. You step out of your comfort zone then now you understand risk. First of all, I had to understand risk. I had to understand that I'm going to lose and it's okay. But at the same time, one thing I didn't want to understand was the whole thing where you give up after you fail. Nah, that's one thing I failed to understand. I don't want to understand it, so I had to continue going. I had to do things like, if I tell you my whole story, it's crazy, but I lost so much, did so much, and it's only now things are starting to come together, and you're like, it's already 4 or 5 years in. Now things are starting to come together slowly but surely.
I can relate.
But you can all credit it back to the groundwork that's been put in, and really committing my plans to God, obviously, as I am a Christian, everything, commit to God, and then trust the process. And from trusting the process, like, a lot of good things are coming out of it. Look, we're actually sitting here, we're actually doing this, we're actually doing a video. This may not seem like much, but it's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually a lot. Who knows who's going to see this video?
100%.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's one of those. But yeah, we're here.
I feel you.
So it's not a conversation that I had with my parents. No, but my mom started seeing it, and once my mom started seeing it, like, look, this dude is actually, going a different path than we thought he would. But this is what makes him happy. Once my mom was more concerned about what makes me happy than what makes them happy, it became a whole different conversation.
Yeah, because like I'm saying, like, some parents that are young, like in their 40s, 50s, they're accepting, and they can be open-minded about the way we live now and how life works in this day. So they can have their kid, he's working on his bachelor's, and maybe he's also a rapper. There are many people like that. In this day and age, you find rappers that have degrees or whatever. They were doing both. But there are certain people that find it very hard to make that decision to start. So I know, knowing you personally, I know that there's a lot of stuff that you have tried out there. You have started things. But how do you get to that point as an individual of saying, okay, I have $500 between me and whatever, in poverty. I'm a student or I'm a young person and I'm trying to do something for myself. I'm trying to build something. How do you make that decision of saying, okay, I'm going to start this business. No matter what, if I'm scared, I know I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it will work out. I don't know if it won't work out. But there are so many people in this day and age, I tell you, that are our age, younger than us, the youth, that really want to do things out there. But the most important challenging thing is starting. They just have ideas. I talk to them, like they hit me up or whatever, like, I wish I could do this. I'll play basketball. I want to start a makeup channel. I want to sell weave. I want to start a salon or whatever. But they're just so scared, and they're like, what is this person going to think about me? What if I lose this money, the little money that I have, if I invest in it? So what can you say to that person, someone who's young, ambitious, and is scared because they haven't done anything yet? And it's easy to say for us, because we have tried a lot of things, to say, oh, you can start something, then it fails, then you start another, then you keep going. It's easy to say, but when you are starting, it's not that easy to make that decision. Because when you get to this stage that we're in, I do not care if I put out a video. I don't care if this person thinks it's dumb. I don't care if this. But if you are starting, you really care about people's opinions. Or if my friends see that I'm singing now, they'll say, she's not concentrating on her schoolwork. Why is she singing? What? She's not even that good. That fear of judgment. That fear of what if? What are people going to say? How do you get through that? Because if we manage to get the youth, the next generation, know how to maneuver that, I'm telling you, we're unlocking greatness.
It starts here.
In the mind.
It starts in the mind. Hence, Mindset Monday. I've dedicated my Mondays to motivate people for the week, because it all starts in here. See, the thing is, the question is, are you trying to change lives when you're trying to do all this? Are you trying to change lives? Yes, it might be trying to change your own life, but how many people are you reaching out to? How much of an impact is your business going to have on the world? See, people don't listen to you until they know how much you care about them.
True.
So at the end of it all, if you want to start, you're going to start either way. You're not going to wait. Oh, this is the right timing. There's never a right time.
100%.
How many stories have you heard that are so unorthodox? Someone they drop out of school and they go on to make $1 billion.
100%.
Someone else stays in school, they go on to make $1 billion.
True.
Someone from being homeless, they go on to make $1 billion. So do you think there's really a formula?
There's no formula.
There's no formula. All you gotta do is start, and it starts in here. Mental stamina. When you start going around buying into other people's opinions, you know, that account, you know, that part of you that has all that currency to buy into people's opinions, that account should be on 0.
True.
Once you start ignoring the rest of the world, because only you understand
What
you're
you are
do.
trying to do. 100%.
You and I understand what we're trying to do by making this video right now.
100%.
Some people may not get it.
100%.
To some people, it may be, oh, these guys think they've made it. You know, it's a different opinion.
100%.
So if they come and they comment below, hey, look, these guys think they've made it, but they're nothing. That's all good. That's lovely, great. You know, that's your opinion.
True.
Move on with it.
Yeah.
So it's all about, so if you start judging yourself before you even start, what more when you start? So if you're still judging yourself and you're not yet there, then don't start anything. If you're not ready to sacrifice for what you want, if you're not ready to sacrifice for a better future, don't start. Don't start. You're wasting your time because you're going to quit.
100%.
But one thing I've learned from this network marketing company that I'm with right now, I've learned it's all behind the reason why you're doing something.
True.
There's never a time you will quit as long as your reason why is strong enough. When people are sick and tired of being sick and tired,
That's
they will
when
go
when it comes out. Yeah.
That's where you go out and do something. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired before you even start working a 9 to 5, trust me, you're going to find every way possible not to work a 9 to 5 because you're already sick and tired of it. You've seen your family go through it. You've seen your uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters go through it, and to you, it's like, what am I doing? You know, what am I doing? So your reason why, figure out your reason why. That will be your biggest driver.
True.
You know, I'm pretty sure you've heard of this book, Start With Why.
Yeah.
Start With Why. That book, you read that book, you figure out why that book was written. Start with why. Why are we doing this video? We're trying to change the world. Yes, we haven't made $1 billion. We haven't made $1 million. You know, but we're trying to change the world, and we're trying now. This is what's going to change the world. This right here, what we're doing.
True.
This is the reason why we're doing it, because we know that people need to hear this. Someone wants to do something, they're holding back. You know, so I used to say to my friends, as long as someone's opinion doesn't add a cent to my bank account, forget it.
I'm not taking it.
I'm not taking it into consideration. Accept criticism and everything, and be real with yourself. Reflect, see where you're at, and then start. Seek help when you need to. Collaborate if you have to. You don't know everything in this world. No man is an island. Stuff like that. But people can't deal with certain things, you know, that help them move forward. They're more concerned about, oh, my pride. Oh my God, if I ask for help, I may look weak and stuff like that. Once you're still considering all those things, don't start.
You're not ready.
You're setting yourself up for failure. But once you're ready to put your ego aside, once you're ready to stop and really think about, I'm doing this because it's going to change this and that about my life, and you know, this is the reason why I'm doing it, then you're not going to quit.
Yeah. What's your why?
So the question is, you need to ask yourself, you want to start your business. What's your why? Why do you want to start that business? Do you just want to make money? Because once you realize that money is not even the biggest motivator, it's not the biggest motivator. Because what happens when you fail? When you fail to make money, you're just like, whatever.
So you give up. So it's done. Your life is doomed.
Let me ask you this question: who's the most important person to you right now?
Myself.
Yourself. Okay, fine. All right. All right. Someone else outside of yourself. Someone you care about. Family, friends.
My sister.
Your sister. Okay. Let me ask you this. If there were two skyscrapers, right, and your sister was on the other side, right? If we put a plank across the two skyscrapers, secure nets and everything under there, would you walk across the plank to go and get your sister for, let's say, $1,000?
For $0, I won't even think about it. I'm going to get my sister.
You're going to get your sister. Okay, fine. Right? If we were to say, you know, it's a brand new building, we remove the safety nets and everything, right? And let's just say your sister isn't there. right? We remove the safety nets. Would you walk across the plank?
I'm not doing that. I'm not crazy.
You're not crazy.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
But we put your sister there. It's a burning building and you've got the plank. And there's no safety net. Would you go and get your sister?
Definitely.
See? Why did you go?
My sister.
Your sister.
That's love.
That reason is deeper than anything.
Yeah.
But for money, you wouldn't go.
And
so,
I know that there will be people that will be saying, you are going to fall. And it's most likely that I'm going to fall.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get my sister.
You're going to get your sister.
Yeah.
But if it was $1 million, I'm not crazy.
Why should I risk my life for $1 million?
Most young entrepreneurs think that it's all about money. It's not. You need a reason that's bigger than you, that's deeper than just money.
True.
For you to be able to propel forward. And trust me, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. They're going to judge. They're going to talk about it.
Of course, totally.
They're gonna talk
whether you do good or bad.
You already know. You already know. Straight after this video is out, they're going to talk about it.
Of course.
But do we care?
Of course not.
Because we're just looking for one person. We're looking at one person who's going to watch this video. And that person's life is going to change because of us. We're good.
That's it.
We're good.
That's
it. One person. So we may get 1,000 likes. We may get 1,000 views. One person. Because it all starts. We want to change the world one person at a time.
One at a time.
One mind at a time. That's it.
100%.
So if they want to start, just look at yourself first. Figure out where you're at. Get rid of what you need to get rid of, and then start. You just gotta start. There's no right time.
Yeah.
You know. There's no some day. You know. Oh, I'll start next week. Okay, cool. You start next week, but then next week what day? You know, next week is not a day. Or start sometime. You know, Monday to Sunday.
100%.
Those are the days of the week. Sometime is not a part of the days of the week. When are you going to start? See? So, yeah, that's it.
Major. All the time, power. So, like you had it. What's your why? Why are you doing what you want to do? You want a degree? You want to get this 2-1, whatever degree you want to get? Why? You want to start a business? Why? You want to be a rapper? Why? If your why is bigger than everything else that's going around, then you're going to get what you are trying to get, because your why keeps pushing you. Because when you hit that obstacle that is bigger than you, for example, God forbid, you lose someone close to you, your why is the only thing that will be able to push you, because you know what you want to achieve.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, let's get it. We'll keep pushing. And this is my broski. You want to get into any kind of business, trading, start your own company, anything that has to do with entrepreneurship, hit him up. Totally. I vouch for him. He's got my stamp. He's got my stamp, 100%.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, my G.